install, dude. I'm finally back out in the shop. I feel like I haven't been out here in like a month, maybe 2. It's weird. A friend of mine reached out to me and asked me to do this one specifically because it's a gift for someone special for Christmas. And she asked if I had something laying around that I could possibly redo as a gift, and I said, got you. Here's what I got. A while back I got this in a trade. This is an old Manco, or Manco, however you want to say it, yard cart with a little old 3 horsepower flathead Briggs, and this is locked up tight. Nothing happening there. She done. I would love to rebuild this, and I'm probably going to pull it off and rebuild it eventually, but for right now, I don't have that kind of time. Christmas is right around the corner. So, I am going to be replacing this. All 4 tires need to be replaced. They're dry rotted. They don't hold air. Need tubes, stuff like that. Since this is going to be for a kid, I don't trust them. I'm going to go ahead and replace all of them. The seat I'll probably just clean up, and I'll probably strip the whole thing down and repaint it his favorite color. That being said, let's get after it. Let's go! I just noticed on teardown that I have a brake pedal, but I don't have a gas pedal, so I'm going to have to order some, but we'll get it situated. Amazon to the rescue. So far, the rest of it's coming along good. This thing cleaned up really nice. I was surprised to find that all of these axle bolts and spindle bolts had grease on them, and these nuts came right off, which blew my mind, honestly, because usually you have to cut these things off or beat the crap out of them to get them out of there, and then you got to fix all these threads. Only thing really I've got left to do as far as tear down is taking this seat cover off, which that was easy. Dang. That's going to have to get redone. I know just the guy for that. Considering how old this thing is and that it sat out in the weather for Lord knows how long, it is actually in great shape. I don't see any real heavy rust or anything on it, which is cool. So now I get to strip this thing down for paint. Well, woo-wee! Look who I finally drug over here. I asked John to come over and help me out with this seat because I am terrible at this and he is really good at it. So what we're gonna do is actually just save this vinyl and just cut a new bottom for it and put a new mount in the bottom and just reuse the seat. The rest of the upholstery for it looks good, but here is the final product for the paint as well as some new stuff. So all the tires were trash, so I went ahead and got new ones.
So check out the tread pattern on these things. It's like a newer version of the old diamond shapes that are on the old wheels.
It was cool. These already had tubes mounted in the tires. Also got a new brake and gas pedal set up because I only had one, and I wanted them to match. I was not going to spend 3 times the money for one gas pedal that matches that when I could just get these for about 1/3 of the price. New rear tires. We put the grippy ones on the front because that's where all your steering magic happens. And these won't destroy the yard. And finally, this engine.
All that horsepower.
How many horses?
All 3.
All 3 of them? I know we normally do 212s. I think we've only done one other.
Kids can't start off with a 212. They need to learn the gas and brake to be safe.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put somebody else's kid in the hospital.
No.
So I couldn't live with that on my conscience. So unfortunately, this motor doesn't fit the mounting plate. So I'm going to have to tackle that a little while later. But it fits in here really well, and it looks good. Like, this looks better than a Predator 3. I think the gas tank's bigger too, which is cool. But yeah, we're going to be swapping out these tires and tubes. Going to be putting in these new pedals and fixing that seat. John, you ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Old tire, new tire. I love two-piece rims. This was so easy. I didn't have to fight this for an hour. That was a good feeling. So one problem that I'm going to have to tackle with putting this new motor on is making the motor fit on the mounting plate. It fits the slots on this side, but it doesn't fit on the other sides. So what I'm going to have to do is cut some new slots right here on this side, and I'm kind of excited about that. Why am I excited? Well, it gives me a chance to use my plasma cutter. All right, so I got it all measured out, and what I'm going to do is use my plasma cutter and cut out this section right here so that we have our new slots. Before y'all look at this, keep in mind, I don't have a whole lot of experience with this plasma cutter, but I'm doing what I can. All right, slots are cut. Are they perfect? No. Will they do the job? Yep. All right, so I've got the motor back on here. Bolts line up and everything. I've got to throw the bolts in it. And I'm starting to do the layout for my throttle cable, as well as install these awesome pedals. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a huge fan of these pedals, and they were dirt cheap. I think I paid maybe 17 bucks for the pair of these, and they look so good. Like, they really pop against this red, which is awesome. So I think the kid will really enjoy it, but we're going to put them on here and get everything situated. So as it turns out, pedals that have been on here since the kart was built don't like to come off very easy. And pro tip, don't use flathead screws or bolts. They are a huge pain to take out. What I'm going to do is just replace this with a regular hex head bolt, and we'll keep on trucking. I forgot to turn the camera back on, but I drilled out the foot peg. All right, so I got the gas and brake pedals installed, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm really digging these pedals. I like the way they look, and they work really well. The bolts were a little long, so I had to throw some washers in there. But other than that, I like it. It's a good height. It's not way too close to the floor, but it's not way too long either. So far, this thing is coming along good. All right, so we got new wheels and tires. We got the pedals installed. We've got the seat redone. Everything looks great on this. Actually pretty stoked about it. I never thought I'd be stoked about a 3-horse go-kart, but this thing came out really well. But that's going to be it for this video. I've got to order a new chain. I thought I had some 35 on hand, and I didn't. I've got a throttle cable. We'll run that when we get the motor permanently installed, install the clutch, stuff like that. I have all that stuff already, but I don't have chain. Going to get some different mounting bolts for the motor. What I have are just a hair too short for my taste. So I want to make sure there's plenty for the nut to attach to, and I'm only getting like 2 or 3 threads out of what I have, and I'm not comfortable with that. Hopefully the next video, we will be ripping this thing around the yard. We're going to have to go easy on it because, like I said, it's a Christmas present. So to make sure you can see us ripping on this thing next time, make sure you like and subscribe. Also use the links in the description to pick up a t-shirt from MiniBike Apparel or a Rattle Can Customs t-shirt from Stover Customs. And until next time, y'all get up, get out there, and get after it.